Hey guys, what's going on? Andrew coming at you. The new year is coming to us, and one of my most popular videos from last year was, is Netflix worth it in 2017? So we're going to talk about Netflix in 2018 and whether it's worth it or not. I've had Netflix now, and since that time there's been some changes. The first change they have had is that they have raised their price, and they have also allowed a new feature where you can download to your device, whether it be a phone or iPad. With the price increase, I have to say that I would 100% guarantee you that Netflix is worth it. I think it's fantastic. If you've never used Netflix before and you have an option you think is it worth it to try it, you can always try it for a first month. But I have to tell you that I can't see why not. When I use Netflix now, for example, I find myself, I don't have regular television. This is just what I use. I have Netflix and HBO on the go, and the amount of value I get out of Netflix is awesome. Just having the option to download the shows to a device such as an iPad or a TV, as someone that flies internationally sometimes, it's been awesome. I took a flight with WOW Airlines, and they don't have TVs on or anything like that on the plane. It's a budget airline. And just being able to use the Netflix movies while I was traveling. I've done the same thing on a bus. I have plenty of data, but if you are traveling, like if I'm in the States and I don't have the service for it when I'm usually in Sweden, I can go ahead and use it. So I think the added price alone is worth it just to be able to download it for me. Also, I gave some criticism last year to Netflix about how they had a lot of okay shows, but maybe their shows weren't the best. I really feel like that's changed this year. They've done a lot of stuff to really kind of add value to the service. There are so many great television shows. Just for example, it was Christmas time here. Black Mirror just released. If you've never seen Black Mirror, check it out. I still have the Stranger Things season 2 to catch up on. They just released the Crown season 2. So I found a gem of a show that I called Shot in the Dark, which was a reality television series. And that's just over the last month and a half. So there maybe has been some times where I watch a lot of Netflix and then I don't watch as much Netflix and I think to myself, maybe it's not worth it. That thought maybe happened once or twice this year, and then by the end of the year, I'm just loaded with TV shows I have to watch. On top of that, I think they've released a couple good movies. Now, Bright is a little bit more controversial, maybe, but I thought it was entertaining enough to watch. But like Gerald's Game this year was fantastic. That was a movie that was just awesome. That I was really impressed with. They also released another Stephen King short story. And so I feel like what's awesome with Netflix as well is that we're starting to get feature films. And I'm not saying they're perfect, but I think I pay a little bit more. I think I pay 105 Swedish crowns, but I think you can pay something like, $14 a month. So think about it. If you want to try Netflix or you just share it with one other person, you're paying like $6 a month for that, for everything. And I think what's really awesome about Netflix is not only now do they have great TV series and documentaries, but they're also adding movies. And I think that's great. Now, not every movie is going to make it, but let's say they have 2-3 decent movies a year this year. That's awesome to be able to sit down and watch movies. And I used to just watch Netflix shows because I wanted to support the service. I thought that Netflix was awesome, and I was just like, all right, I'm going to support Netflix, how Netflix works. But now I find myself just watching Netflix stuff because I think it's great. If you would have asked me last year to 2 years ago, I would have said that HBO, hands down, has the best TV series out there. That has changed. I now think that Netflix offers more value. If you're someone that's never even used Netflix before, you're just going to have a ton of stuff to be able to do. And being able to download offline, maybe it's not worth it for you in as much as it's someone like me that travels a lot. Honestly, there's so many things on there to watch that I can't just see how you would be bored with it. You really can cut the cord now and just stick with Netflix. And what I'll even say is maybe I don't watch as much TV as I used to. But I used to be a TV connoisseur, constantly watch TV's the best shows. And I gotta be honest, if you just said to me now, all you can watch is Netflix and you can't watch anything else, there's maybe a handful of shows I would feel like I'd have to watch. The Walking Dead, Mr. Robot, for example. So those would be those two. So I really think, though, if all you have was Netflix for the rest of your life, it actually is an incredible value. I think it's awesome to release in movies, TV series. I don't see how anyone could have a problem with Netflix or not think they're worth it. I do think a year or two ago that was definitely something worth saying. That was a criticism that Netflix deserves. This year, hands down, no. I feel like there's been so many shows releasing that I'm never running out of things to watch, and that's been fantastic. So, incredible value. If you haven't checked out Netflix, please check them out. I'm not making any money making this video as far as for Netflix. There's no link below here. I just really think the service is worth it. So Of course, I want to hear what you guys think. If you like this one, please feel free to give me a like. If you're new to the channel, feel free to give it a shot and want to subscribe. But what I'd like to have is some of you comment below. What do you think? Is Netflix worth it? And then, if it is worth it, can you recommend a show for me to check out and watch on there? I'd love to hear from you guys. Take care.